Alright, let's run through a few quick examples of the kinds of things you're going to see here. I could ask you to give the figure as specific a name as possible, so this up here. And let's look at A, and let's look at everything we know about A. Now it kind of looks like a parallelogram, but remember, pictures lie. So we can't assume that. All we know for sure is that this has 4 sides, and we don't really know anything else, so we can't say anything else. So the best we can say about this one is that it is a quadrilateral. It does indeed have 4 sides, but that's really all we can say about it. There's nothing else. So now we look at B. We know it's quadrilateral, it has 4 sides, but we're also given this information. These 2 sides are parallel, and these 2 sides are parallel. Well, with that we can say it's a parallelogram, but we can't say anything else because we don't have any information about the sides or angles. And just let me make clear here that our options for what we could call this thing, we could call these quadrilaterals, parallelograms, rectangles, rhombuses, or squares, whichever, so long as we have all the information for it. Alright, this has 4 sides. It's a quadrilateral. We are also told that all the sides are congruent on this. Now, here's the neat thing. That tells us that this is, in fact, going to be a parallelogram. Opposite sides are congruent. Both sets of opposite sides are congruent, so this is a parallelogram. And since all of the sides are congruent, it's going to be a rhombus as well. So that we can say is a rhombus. Alright, for this part down here, state all the possible names for a figure. Well, let's just go through the list and see what we can say. This is a quadrilateral. It does have 4 sides, so I can say it's a quadrilateral. It is a parallelogram because opposite sides are congruent, so we can say it's a parallelogram as well. It has a right angle, so we can say this thing is a rectangle for sure. The sides are not congruent, so it can't be a rhombus, and if it's not a rhombus, it can't be a square. So this thing is a quadrilateral, a parallelogram, and a rectangle. Rectangle would be the most specific name, but here we're supposed to state all the possible ones, so that's what we're looking for. Now we just do the same process over here. It does have 4 sides, so it's a quadrilateral. Opposite sides are congruent. That's enough to prove that it's a parallelogram. We do have a right angle, so this thing is a rectangle. All the sides are congruent, so that is going to make this thing a rhombus. And then in addition to that, since it is both a rhombus and a rectangle, it's also going to be a square.